Assalamu alaikum and a very good morning to all of you. Today, we are going to continue our lesson on topic 2, Let's Play. Today's lesson is based on page 29 in your workbook. Do you still remember the exercise we did last week? Towards the end of our last week lesson, you have learned how to rearrange words to form phrases. You have learned how to put an adjective like old, long, ugly, and new before the name of an object to make a longer phrase. Old and car. We put article an at the front. We put adjective old in the middle. Then we put the name car at the end. So it becomes an old car. Train, long, a. Put article a at the front. Put adjective long in the middle. Then put the name train at the end. So we got a long train. And monster, ugly. Again, an at the front, ugly in the middle, monster at the end, and ugly monster. Bike, a new. A at the front, new in the middle, bike at the end. A new bike. Okay, today we are going to learn to add one more word into the phrase to make it even longer. Look at this picture. What do you see? Yes, you see a car. What's the suitable word to describe this car? Is it new or old? Yes, it's old. So, it's an old car. What about the color? It's brown. Okay, so we've got a longer phrase here. An old brown car. An old brown car. See, we can tell the name, color, and adjective on an object in a long phrase. But you must know the correct places of each word. When you want to add the color into this phrase, put it after the adjective. An old brown car. See? Okay, look at the picture. It's a long train. What's the color of the train? Yes, it's blue. Okay, let's add that into the phrase. Put it after the adjective long. A long blue train. Okay, can you try adding the color into this phrase? It's an ugly monster. Where do you put the color in the phrase? Yes, after the word ugly. So, it becomes an ugly red monster. An ugly red monster. What about this one? A new bike. Where do you add the color? After the word new. So, what's the new phrase? A new green bike. A new green bike. Okay, now I want to see whether you understand my explanation or not. So let's do a practice. Can you see the 4 words? Ugly and doll, yellow. You have to rearrange these words to make a phrase. As I said before, the first word should be the article, a or an. Then continue with the adjective. The adjective here is, yes, ugly. Then add the color, yellow. Finally, we put the name of the object. So we have an ugly yellow doll. An ugly yellow doll. Okay, second question. Blue train long a. What's the correct phrase? A long blue train. Good. Okay, third question. A monster, green, small. What's the correct phrase? A small green monster. Good. Okay, the last one. Black, new, a bike. What's the correct phrase? A new black bike. Well done. Okay, if you can answer all the questions correctly, that means you have achieved our objective for today's lesson. Now, moving on to practice 2. We are going to make a full sentence using the phrase which you have learnt. Remember the rule when we write sentences. We start the sentence with a capital letter and finish it with a full stop. Okay, look at the object here. Can you make a sentence to show its name, adjective, and color? I'll give you an example. You can say, it's a small yellow ball. It's a small yellow ball. See? Next, can you make a sentence to describe this picture? You can say, it's an old brown car. It's an old brown car. What about this one? Make a sentence to tell about this picture. Yes, you can say, it's an ugly pink monster. It's an ugly pink monster. Or you can also say, it's a big pink monster. Both adjectives are correct. Okay, last one. Can you make a sentence based on this picture? Yes, you can say, it's a new red go-kart. Or you can also say, it's a beautiful red go-kart. Both are accepted. Remember, if you find the lesson difficult, you can repeat the video as much as you want, okay? Now, we are going to do the exercise in your workbook. Turn to page 29 in your workbook. Can you see this page? Okay, let's read the instruction first. 1. Read, number, and color. Okay, so first of all, you need to read the phrases below. Then, look at the pictures. Find the picture that fits the description in the phrase. Then, put the number of the phrase in the box next to the correct picture. After that, you need to color the picture based on what the phrase says. I'll show you an example. Phrase 1. An ugly yellow doll. Look at the picture. Which one is the ugly doll? Here, right? Okay, so we put number 1 in this box. Next, we have to color the picture. What's the color again? Look at the phrase. An ugly yellow doll. Okay, so color the doll yellow. Okay, can you do the rest on your own? You just need to read the phrases, number the correct pictures, and finally, color them accordingly. Okay, that's all for today. I hope you enjoy our lesson, and don't forget to take picture of your work and submit it to our Google site. Okay? Thank you and see you next week.